Hello everyone, so it has been I think a week since I last saw you. We've been really busy working and everything takes me so long, but anyway, we are in London about to go to the scan, and today is our anniversary from the day that we met.
Happy anniversary!
For the day that we met, and it's so lovely because we met all those years ago, and then today is the day that we go for our last scan to see the baby's face. Are you excited to see the baby's face? And he's allowed in, which is so amazing because he's not been allowed to come to my last scan, any of my hospital appointments, so it's amazing that he can actually see this last scan. I did have a lovely dress on because it's so hot, but I put on extra other clothes so that I can get changed again. We had a furniture delivery for Timothy Hilton, and I'm just so obsessed with how the lounge looks, and it's just the best furniture ever. I put a sneak peek on my Instagram, so if you follow me, you've already kind of seen the vibe. So yeah, we're gonna go in for the scan now. We left the dogs at his mum's house because our flat is like a building site. And then we're gonna go for another walk. And then I'm gonna go home and we're gonna catch up with everything we've been doing at the week, but we're here. Well, it's such a lovely day today. These shirts, I hope you can hear me. These shirts are so amazing. I got them before I was pregnant and I've lived in them. They're like covered up, but they're so cool. It's in temperature cool. So obviously we wear masks, and I can't breathe in this mask, so they make me a bit panicky. Am I going the right way? Paris is so like he wears like science goggles and everything. It's not funny, but it's just the way that he, the way that he wears them is funny. Yep, so obviously we wear everything. I don't wear the gloves because I actually find it more hygienic and better just to keep hand sanitizing all the time. But I'm so excited. We were meant to have a hospital appointment after this. We got cancelled. And for the man to come, they said that as long as he's completely covered, like they're really strict on what the man is like, he can come. That's so amazing. That's like made my day that he can come in.
There he is.
Oh my goodness, I'm so hot. I've been in the car for hours. It's so super hot today, and obviously heavily pregnant. God, we're at a self-storage place at the moment because you might have seen earlier that we had, oh look, here he comes. We had a chaise lounge in the back, and we've been getting rid of so much furniture. I either give it to family or I sold a couple of bits on Instagram. So if you ever want to see what I sell, I always sell stuff on Instagram stories, and I think I might have sold this on my Chanel home account because I have a Claire Chanel home. But I'm so tired, and anyway, the scan was amazing. I'll quickly tell you before he doesn't get in. So it's our anniversary today. Obviously we can't go out for dinner. We're like really limited on what food we have, and I didn't want to cook because I knew we had a long day. So I actually ordered us, I look so terrible, I actually ordered us pie and mash, like the proper East London pie and mash with liquor. I found this place on Instagram and they were so nice, like a family run business. And I even just told her I'm so late, and she's gone and just dropped it off on my drive, which is so nice of her because we heat it all in the oven anyway for like precautions. But yeah, I have that, and I just find it so hilarious that he now loves pie and mash because he's such a French boy, obviously, and I've made him love like this East End classic. So I just wanted something like simple, and like we always used to go and get pie and mash bams. So I think it's quite a cute idea. We went past Maddox after the scan, which is where we met. I know, like, gross, we went in a club, it was actually through friends. So yeah, I'm not going to speak anymore, but the scan was amazing. I was convinced he would look like Paris, but he actually looks like one of my baby photos, which I didn't want. I didn't want him to look like me. It's probably going to end up looking like me, but with not my eyes, which is the only thing I wanted him to have. So what did you think of the scan?
Yeah, it's got a button nose.
Yeah, you got to take the drawing. Did you take the drawing?
Yeah.
Oh, you did that already?
Yeah, I'm like a ninja.
Wow. Oh, so you can be fast when you want to be then?
Yeah, because I'm hungry.
No. Okay, so I look gross, so we've been in the car, so we're going to go home. Have a nice little anniversary dinner, aren't we?
Yeah. Oh, do we? I didn't prepare anything.
Well, you're going to have to make
I cook every day, so every day is anniversary for me. I cooked you pizza yesterday.
Do you want to tell the truth about
like,
the cooking?
Made with Italian flour.
Can you tell the truth about the cooking?
From scratch.
Tell the truth.
I did the balls and...
Tell the truth about the cooking before we go.
What truth?
How much cooking I've been doing, like at one point more than you, but I think it's reasonable that I don't stand and cook anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever. So yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I have like a little flower setup coming, which I'll tell you all about tomorrow. So and I'll show you the pie and mash for those of you interested to know what an East End dinner is like. So we're back from London. Obviously we're in the countryside, and we've been so busy today I didn't have time to do all the bits I said I was going to do. But let me clean this. But the florist has been here today. I'll put her Instagram and everything here, and tell you like how I found her and everything. But they've been doing the setup in the garden. I've got my robe on, and it's kind of what I hoped for, but I never get my hopes up because I'm always disappointed because I have super high expectations, and it's like I done it myself, even though I wouldn't be able to do this myself. So this is setup number 1. Bambi, do you love it? It's all your colour. This to me is just perfect. The Timothy Alton chair we've had on order for like 4 months, and it came today, so it was just fate. Otherwise I was just going to put some random chair there. So that's the setup for the number 1, which was kind of like a last minute thing, and this is number 2. And I wanted blue, I wanted these flowers because it was the one near his birth month, but I didn't expect it to be this fluffy, and I was going to have it more back, but they suggested put it by the tree, which actually looks nicer. So it's Emma Soulsby that did this, and it's funny how things work out, because let me turn you back around so you can see the blue on blue. I've got no battery either, but basically I found her through ordering fruit and veg because I couldn't get any fruit and veg, and we paid and we did everything, and then we got talking, and it turned out she was a florist that flipped her business into fruit and veg because she was earning no money. And I was supporting her for like the last few months, like buying the fruit and veg, supporting her, and like, you know, good karma comes back around, because she was like, oh, I'm a florist, I've seen on your stories that what you've been looking for, we can do something together. I can do something amazing for you, and look, it's just so beautiful. So I'm going to get on with the pictures because we've only got a couple of hours of light, but it's like a wedding in our garden. I'm just so blown away by it. Like, look how beautiful it is. So I've got my robe, my Amanda Barden robe on, and you can check out how this all looks over on my Instagram, because I'm going to save it for Instagram. But yeah, I'm just so over the moon. I wanted to quickly show you before I started. So my child, oh god, it's kicking. It's nearly 8 o'clock, you know, and look how beautiful the weather is. We've had step ladders out, chairs, we've got the rug out. We've got Spanx on the floor, which I didn't end up wearing. I'm going to sit here and talk to you. I am exhausted, literally just doing 2 outfits. It's so exhausting, and like it's impossible to like stretch or do anything like that. So I think I told you the moral, like the story, that as much as this has just been an absolute worst thing ever, what's going on in the world, I don't think that I would have done this in my garden. And I wasn't even having my baby shower in the garden, I was having my baby shower in Chelsea. But actually I really want it at home now, and I want it a lot smaller than what we planned. So I guess it's just making good out of a bad situation, and I'm so pleased that I met Emma, the florist, because that all came out of a bad situation as well. That I didn't have no vegetables. Like at the beginning we had no food, and I was really worried and I wanted to eat healthy. So we got talking, then I think I told you that she was actually a florist, and I'm so glad that I met her because she's gone like above and beyond. Like, look at this, it's so beautiful. So she does weddings and all the obvious things, but I said to her, like, you need to be doing events and things like that, because I'm very hard to please when it comes to ideas like this, like the exact flowers, you know, I didn't just want a blue arc, I wanted it very like, you know what I mean. And this was just insane. I'm sitting on the chair now. This is one of my favourite Timothy Alton pieces of all time. It was like meant to be that it arrived today, so I was just going to put my rocking chair on. I've got loads of chairs, but this one is just meant to be. And I wanted to do something like that myself, but it's impossible to get the grass, and I wouldn't have been able to do it like this. So if you do want like a little event at home during this pandemic, because I think hopefully they're allowing garden parties soon as well, like for small gatherings, but if you want to do a bump shoot like me, like so many girls have reached out to me saying, are you doing a bump shoot? And I just said, no, I'm not. I don't want to risk being near a photographer. I don't want to be out and about. And actually I tried it once doing it with Paris, and it did annoy me a little bit because the family were walking their dogs. There was about 11 of them, and they sat on the grass next to me looking, and it made me feel really awkward because I had my bump out. It was like, you know, really special for me, and I like had all my bump out, and they made me feel so awkward. I left. So it's been amazing just doing it in my garden. So yeah, I'll leave her details below if anyone wants to, like my sister's probably going to have her for a wedding next year, but if you want to do anything like this in the garden setup, I actually might get her to do like, help me plan my garden for when we do it properly. Oh, my arms are hurting, I'm probably talking too much. So these are my Amanda Barden, this is my Amanda Barden dress. Then I had the blue robe, which is my favourite. I've seen that she's since made that for someone in grey. Oh, shadows. And I think that might be for someone that's not sharing her gender yet, and I thought that was such a good idea. It's so beautiful in grey, my blue robe. I was going to do the blue robe with that, but it was a bit blue on blue. Worked perfectly with that. So I've done 2 shoots, and then I've got it for a few days, so I'm going to do a few more. I'm so exhausted, like beyond exhausted, but it went so well, and it just shows what you can put your mind to when you really, like, I was so adamant to take bump pictures just for pure memories. I loved taking photos. It's how I ended up being in blogging. And I didn't have the baby shower, so that I was so adamant to do this, and I'm so pleased how it all came out. So I think I'll leave it for today. The photos will be on my Instagram today for sure, so go check them out. I'll be releasing them over Instagram. We made lots of little videos, and then tomorrow I'll be taking you with me to the hospital, and I think before we go to the hospital I might show you like a few little things that I've got lately. And I'm 33 weeks and not one stretch mark, and I'm going to tell you all about that and what I've been using. I've learnt lots of tricks, and some things that I've, like rituals I've been doing twice a day, once a week, so I'm going to share that with you in the morning. But yeah, that's my bump shoot. Show that one last time, and if you want to see how the pictures turned out, then just head over to my Instagram. Okay, I'll see you in the morning. So I was going to film this with my handbags in the background, but we're actually in a bit of a rush because we're going to an OB appointment. Yesterday went so well. I was so happy. I got myself so stressed out about that, and everything was on our side, because today, I mean, I feel fine, but I'm really tired today, whereas yesterday I didn't wake up tired. And you know, when you put makeup on, it doesn't sit well on your face when you're really tired. So I'm just happy that everything went well. So I'm going to show you the Hermes gift. Might be small, but it's amazing. And I have another one to show you as well. That's what I kind of teased you with on stories, which I will never do again because that did not go down well. People don't like it when I tease things like that. I didn't mean to. I was just so excited to show it. And I got something here that I want to show you, and as I spoke about yesterday, I wanted to talk to you about my stretch mark cream. So just a disclaimer to be transparent before we start this. I am nearly 8 months pregnant, and I discovered this brand through my mum. Never heard of it before, and I have bought 3 rounds of everything you see here myself, and 5 of these and 4 of this tub, the cream. So it's a brand that I've been using for 7 months, buying multiple myself, and these were gifted, and now I work with Mama Mio, which is just couldn't be a better collaboration when you've used something, discovered it yourself, bought it yourself, and then you work with them. So dream partnership for me. So the stretch marks, I've learned some mistakes that I want you to learn from, and learned some really good tricks. And it is important to avoid the stretch marks, I think so anyway. Yes, it's human nature, it's natural, but I know that I didn't want any. So my mum, the day I found out I was pregnant, everything was planned. I went to my mum the day I got pregnant. The next day, the next evening, I went round there and she said to me, I've got you a present for the pregnancy. And I said, no, you can't give me a present. This is so unlucky. I don't want it. What were you thinking? And she said, no, you need this. You need it from day one. And she gave me all of this. And I'd never heard of them before. And I already knew about stretch marks, of course, because my mum's got them really bad from me. My mum's 4'11" and I was £9.6. Huge baby. So I knew, but you know, it actually didn't cross my mind to do it at the beginning. So tip 1, you do it from day 1. Stretch marks is obviously the stretch of the skin when it gets too tight. So it's inevitable that that's going to happen, but you need to keep the skin as moisturised and supple as you can to avoid the scratching, which is like an invite for stretch marks, and just keep that skin supple. I had a bump very early on, and I've had a big bump early on. Like my baby is above average. The head is, which is fine, but the head is a little bit big apparently, like a little bit too big. So I've had a big bump from the beginning, and I'm just so glad I was so strict with this. And I'm going to talk you through some of the tricks and one mistake that I've made that I want you to avoid. So actually the packaging has changed since I bought this. This is their new sustainable packaging, and this is a vegan product. So if you're like me and you have eczema and sensitive skin, can't recommend this enough because it's not very scented, and obviously it's vegan, so it's been great for natural skin. If you want to try other things, by all means do that, but stick to a regular regime. I mean, I would stick to a regular regime of this and not include, like, not use this and then 2 days use something else, so because you want it to really work, and I'm telling you that this works. So this is my full collection of everything that I've been using for the past 8 months. I did create a little video to show you me wearing everything and using everything. So I'll leave that little video with you now, so you can just see the little something that I made for you.
I was knocked down, heard the countdown through the haze, in the face of defeat, yeah. I was ruled out with no bailout, on my own, all alone, left to bleed out. But I rose up from the ground, just like I was spellbound. All the odds were against me, so I picked up the pace, and now I'm in the race. Give me some space.
Okay, so tip 1. I personally think it's nice and works best when you mix up the product. One of my favourites is the tummy rub butter. I love the thick texture of this one. You only need a tiny bit, so you can see how thick that one is. The hero product for me is definitely the tummy rub oil. I just find this really nourishing. This is the one that I use every morning. You only need the most tiny amount. That was like half a squirt. And the body lotion is great if you prefer not such a thick texture. It's just slightly thinner than the butter. So I like to use this one more in the middle of the day. And this one smells really nice. So I have, is it? The shower milk. So I'm very like generous with all the products that I use. I like lather it on. But this one I only use it on my bump, the boobs and the bum. And then I use my other shower gel normally. The oil, I work between the oil and the cream. I use the oil every morning. And then things like the nipple cream, the cooling gel for your legs. Like when you get further down the line, actually the nipple cream I used very early on. I had like some issues with that because they grow so much. The itching is so bad, your nipples, like, sorry for the TMI, but a lot changes and it happens quite fast, and you need to kind of be prepared for everything, and there's a lot to deal with. So everything here, I'll link it below, everything here I've used 3 times over and then bought a couple more of my favourites. So tip 1, buy more. I mean, you can just buy the oil or the cream, that's going to be fine if you do that, but I think that when you're using it in the shower, you have the nipple cream for any problems that you have with that, I recommend it. But tip 1 is to buy multiples of things, even if it's just one of that and one of that, or 2 of that. And the reason why this worked for me was because I had the oil in my bathroom and I'd use it without fail after my shower. Then I'd have the cream by my bed, and it would remind me to do it before I went to bed religiously. So if this was in the bathroom, I guarantee I would forget. So I would say that you need at least 2 to make you remember to put it on and just don't forget. And if you have a backup or 2, it's going to, if it runs out, especially with how everything is in lockdown, I have to wait like 2 weeks sometimes for my items. If it's here, you don't want to run out and then you've got to wait a week and then you've missed a whole week of that. So, and it's not just moisturising, like it has like the omega rich, it has the ingredients especially for this. It's not just a moisturiser. So buying multiple to make sure that you're using it all the time and you're in a regular routine. The second one is, I mean, my favourite is the oil, and something that I learned that worked really well is once a week I've been doing baths with this oil. So I didn't have a bath for the first 3 months of my pregnancy. I was a bit worried. Now I just have them, I only stay in there for max 15 minutes and I have them very like lukewarm. But covering my whole body with the oil, I think it really helped because 1, I did that after the mistake I'm about to tell you about. I thought it would help that, rectify that a bit. And also when you get to about 30 weeks, like my whole skin was itching, especially my tummy here, where the skin is stretching so much. So I just wanted to really soak. So I've been doing that the last month, like a bath with the oil. And it really seems to work completely, like moisturising my whole skin. Now the third tip, which is kind of like silly of me, on the instructions it actually tells you to use it here, the tummy, the buttock, and just below the buttock. Now when I first started, I was only doing here, the chest and the tummy, and I do not have 1 stretch mark, and I'm 33 weeks now. Actually I'm over 33 weeks, and it's worked really well. However, the mistake I made is that I didn't read that and I didn't put it on my like hip and bum area, which was so stupid of me because I have really small hips. All women's hips grow and they're so loose. Like when I was sitting for dinner last night, and we've got quite wide dining room chairs, and I was sitting like that. I was basically doing the splits because I'm like a spangly elastic. Like it's actually more uncomfortable to sit like a normal person. I'm literally like that, like a 180 degrees. And I lay in bed like a Buddha, like I do like a triangle. Oh, it's a really weird feeling, you know. So they've gone completely. And don't worry if you get the pelvic girdle pain. I got that horrifically right at the early on the pregnancy, and I could physically feel my hips and my pelvic bones spreading. I was like pushing it in. I was agony, but don't worry, it goes when that all kind of comes relaxed and loose. So I was very stupid not to be putting the stretch mark cream here, and I really regret that. So don't just do it on the obvious tummy area. Don't forget the boobies, because they grow rapidly and that's where you get a lot of stretch marks. The boobs go through a lot, trust me, and I haven't even started breastfeeding yet, imagine. Yeah, so that's the other tip. I think that's all, you know. So just buy a variety to make sure that you're really getting, I think it's worth the investment of the creams. I mean, these aren't insanely expensive at all, but I would go pay the extra couple of pounds for this instead of just a plain moisturiser. So the fact that I didn't get any stretch marks where I've got my huge tummy, but I got it on my hip. I come out the shower one day and it was just there, just appeared out of nowhere. They're not too bad, like you will be able to see it in a bikini, but it mainly is like higher on my buttock where the hip is. So it won't be so bad. I'm not like devastated by it at all or anything like that, but I think it could have been avoided, seeing as that I don't have it anywhere else. And I'm also going to continue using this after the birth because the skin is still going to be changing and stretching. So I really wanted to talk about that because I have had a lot of questions of people asking me, because they put up a picture of like my bump and that people said to me, oh, you've got no stretch marks, and I didn't edit that at all. You can see the brown line, you can see I've done a video with this and you can see like the redness. It's not like flawless skin at all, but there's no stretch marks. So I'll link those below. If I had to pick one, it would be the oil. I find it so nourishing and it's great for the idea of the bath. Like, I really recommend that. I'm sure people do that anyway, but that was nothing that I read anywhere. I just thought common sense, that's going to really moisturise the whole body. But look into baths with pregnancy, you have to feel comfortable. Do you know, I knew that would be 10 minutes, but I had a lot to tell you. So let's open the Hermes box and then we're going to go to London. I'm actually going to show you something phenomenal that arrived in the garden. Can't wait to show you. So the weirdest thing happened with this Hermes. My friend Narina, she's been so generous buying stuff for the baby. She's so excited. And she texts me saying, your present arrived today. It was meant to come yesterday. I had problems with the shipping. It's arrived today. And she sends me a picture of a box like this. I'll put it up on the screen. And I was like, wow, what are you thinking? Buying me something like this? You're crazy. And then she was going to give it to me at the baby shower with all the other baby gifts, but obviously that's not happening. I mean, we still might, you know, because we have an announcement today, so maybe I can have a small gathering in the garden. I've got my hopes up about that. And we were both too excited, so she sent me a picture, which I'll put up here now. It's a bag charm for bags, basically. And of course I've seen these with Hermes, but none have been any that I would buy, like a saddle or horse. Like, it's not my thing. And this is a Chihuahua. I didn't even see them myself, so she got me a Chihuahua. I don't know the colour exactly of the navy blue. I'll wait till it comes, but it's navy blue, which goes perfect with all the tones that I have. And then the other side is a taupe, which is perfect. So I love a taupe, I love minky beigey colour, and it goes with all my greys, my blacks. I love how the Chihuahua is really petite. And like, of all animals to release, they release a Chihuahua. It's such an amazing gift, so that's lovely. I won't get that till I see her, because she doesn't even live, she's not even living in the UK at the moment. And then Paris goes downstairs for a FedEx delivery, and not many companies use FedEx in England. It's normally DHL or something. And he said, and I'd obviously told him what my friend Narina had bought me, and then he said, oh, I'm confused, so Narina did send it here. And I was like, oh, okay. So I texted her saying, the Hermes box is here. What's happening? What? And she said, no. So I was like, oh, I've been sent something else. And I just thought, oh, maybe it's like Hermes Beauty, which I've been sent before, which is still great, but I was like, oh, it makes sense. This is what it was. I literally lost my mind when I opened them. It's this. So that's what I saw. At this point, I had no idea who it was from. Wait for it. Have you ever seen something so cute? These are my favourite types of shoes for babies, and I've actually got saved on my Instagram, like on the saved post, little white leather shoes like this. It didn't have to be Hermes, of course. Like, you can find these in other places, like many places. It was a high street store where I found them. No, that's a lie. It was not a high street store. It was like a designer store. I didn't even check the price, but I was just gonna buy some anyway. So the fact that I got my favourite kind of shoe and they were Hermes, like, I can't deny the fact that that is majorly special. And I'll show you what I'll do a cutaway, but they've got like little rocking horse, which I love rocking horse. Oh God, I'm really like, it's true, you know, when they say that you're clumsy. I don't know what it is, I think it's a hormone. I'm so clumsy recently. So yeah, they're so beautiful. I can't wait to put them on the baby, but I'll keep them forever. They're so beautiful. So these were from our friends. Actually, Paris's best friend and I'm obviously friends with the wife, and I'm pretty sure that she picked them, but they're just the most beautiful presents, so unexpected. It was so kind of them to do this, but that was what was in the present, and it's one of the best presents I've ever had, actually, because I don't often get surprises where it's something that I generally had saved, like I literally had this saved in my Instagram, and they weren't even Hermes, so she even done better than what I was going to buy myself. So that is such a beautiful thing. I can give them to him when he's older. Last thing, this brand is called Self-Same. Well, I'll put their Instagram in the description box, but they sent me this lovely hat with the pearls, and then they also sent me a matching pearl bag, which I'll get now, I forgot about that. And they also sent me a really oversized sun hat, which I think I'm going to do some pictures in the garden later. But that's a lovely little, oh look, it's got a pearl chain, I didn't know that. It's got a long pearl chain. So a lovely little summer combo. And then if you go on my Instagram, especially over the next few days, or actually it might even be in my haul, my luxury haul. So yeah, I don't want to keep you too long because it's already going to be a long vlog. I seem to not avoid that. I've just got an H&M dress on, so we're about to drive for quite a long time. Baby's very active today. Did I tell you about the scan? I'm sure I did. If I didn't mention putting up a picture, I'll put one up now. But hopefully you've already seen it, and I don't need to say about that. But that was just like the most glorious day ever. Seeing his little face, he looks more like me, you know, than Paris, which I didn't really want. I wanted him to look more like Paris than me, because I think Paris has got more like nicer features than me, like the nose and everything is nicer. But I didn't turn out so bad, so you know, if he looks like me, it's fine. I'm talking way too much because it's cut out. But yeah, it makes me so happy having that big colourful flower arc in the garden. So I think I'm going to talk to her when things calm down about maybe creating something permanently, whether it's like real flowers that bloom this time of year, or faux, I don't know. I'm going to definitely sort out something with her for like a permanent thing, because it's so beautiful. So I'm going to go downstairs, show you what Paris has made for me today, and then I'm just going to end this vlog with taking you to the hospital, just to show you what it's like when I go to the hospital. I'm not sure if you're interested, but I've been having a lot of people ask me what it's like going to the Chelsea hospital. During this COVID, it is quite daunting. It's not very nice. I really don't like it. I think it's why I'm like ultra breathless, because I get anxious about it. But I feel a lot better than normal, because the first time I had this crazy panic attack, which was just come out of nowhere. I never had one of them before, ever. I literally couldn't breathe, and it wasn't like asthma. It was like as soon as I calmed down, it went instantly, which doesn't happen with asthma. And then the second time I was going to film, but I still didn't feel great. And then I went in and I had really, oh, tickly nose. I had really high blood pressure because I was panicking, but I didn't realise I was panicking that much. So I feel better about it today. So I'm definitely going to vlog. But I feel like I still need to be respectful, not be like, oh, the camera, even though there's no one around. So let's take you downstairs, show you what arrived today. Don't forget to check out my Instagram with the bump shoot pictures and videos. I'm just so happy with them. So let's go downstairs, and then we'll just go to London, and I'll show you around the hospital. I'll link this dress below. It was in my last haul if you missed that. It's sustainable fabric. Beautiful, beautiful maxi dress. So let's go downstairs. Oh, what's wrong with the other mirror? So Paris's Barber's is open again. Well, do you know what I can show you? These. So these are like, and I don't even know how old they are, but they were really cheap. I found them second hand. I'm going to paint them the same room colour as my flat. You want me to hold that mirror? Yeah, I'm going to match them the same, but I love the shell detail. Just something to be going on with the flat, but actually I really like them, so I'll probably keep them forever. Don't rush it. Do you want me to hold that mirror?
Yeah.
Okay. Here as well?
Yeah? All the fluff. Fluff needs to go. I think with age I'm getting more and more hair.
Yeah.
It's like the opposite reaction. Like a massive afro.
This is so much better than that beard thing.
I was gonna make you go like ah, so you're scared, but then
I was gonna do that to you.
But then I'm like,
then
no, you might have a heart attack and lose the baby, so let's not do jokes
like
like that.
as well. Does this come like that?
Yeah, like a V.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're like a werewolf back here. We had to stop for little barber. Oh, the hair's gone all up my nose. So can you see how beautiful this looks? Looks so nice from the house. And can you see what else is there? So I thought that it was going to be hanging from that one there, but actually it's very beautiful here. Look at that. I'm going to get beautiful cushions here. How lovely for children. I think it's just so wonderful. And actually for my birthday last year I asked for an outdoor cinema night, and I asked for either that or like in the garden, or I said, can I please have a swing with fake flowers. So we finally got it. I'm scared to sit on it, but it looks very safe. Should we try it? Ooh, I'm scared. Well, I'm so scared it's gonna break, but oh, it's so lovely. Look! Oh, I love it. This is the best. It's so relaxing over here. I always wanted a swing. Oh my god, I'm so emotional. I can literally cry. It's always been the happy tears, and it feels so good to cry. So it's not even, I don't even mind it. Oh, but how beautiful! Look at that. What a dream. I can't wait to get all beautiful cushions and flowers up here. So beautiful, and it's so relaxing. I might start reading my birthing books here as well, but then it'll be so sad when that goes. I'm just so over the moon with what Emma created, and actually it was their idea. It was her and her partner. I was going to put it back there, but actually if you look the way that they done it, with all of the tree, Paris loves this tree, and like with like all the hanging branches, it's just so beautiful. I don't think I've ever shown you my garden. We really want a swimming pool, but we can't do anything until the extension's done for like measurements and stuff, and we might buy a bit of the field at the back there. But our garden's a nice size anyway. So yeah, that's it. So we're going to pop to London now. Just wanted to show you this. So we didn't go to London yesterday. It was Wednesday when I last spoke to you, when we did the like shoot here, and then Thursday was going to the hospital and I was ending the vlog. I am not putting anyone down that shares really personal things. I'm not putting any other YouTuber down at all that shares really personal things and like puts it on their thumbnail. Not at all. Like, there's nothing wrong with doing it. It's just not me. I don't share like super personal stuff like this. But I will tell you a little bit. We were meant to be going to the obstetrician in London. Something just awful happened. We had like a really horrible day. Like, someone in the family passed away, which was bad enough, as you know, that's already worst thing ever. And then was getting on with our day. I was going to take a picture in this because like I've got I feel awful today, but I did my hair and makeup, and then I thought I'd shoot this last robe, which I'll show you in a second, before this goes. But yeah, something really stressful happened and it just got worse and worse. And the result was that I went to hospital in an ambulance yesterday. We had like such a awful scare for the baby. Paris was not allowed in the ambulance with me. He wasn't allowed in the hospital with me, and do you know what? I didn't even care. I didn't care at all. For the birth is different because that's a huge thing for a father to miss, and the whole stress leading up to it, and I feel like I would need the support and want to share it with him. I do think that's different, but this was different. Like, my mum came from work because the paramedics were here for like 2 hours. My mum was here and she just said, Claire, you have to dig deep and do this for your baby. And that's exactly what I did. I didn't care about me, but it was extremely stressful. Neither of us slept last night. We feel like going a bit shocked today, actually. So yeah, I didn't show you going to the hospital because it didn't happen, and that was honestly just one of the worst days ever. So I hope you respect that I don't want to talk about it. It's just too personal, too upsetting. Maybe one day I will. Like if mum-to-bees want to DM me, I'll happily talk about it, but please not now. Like I'm really not even over it myself. So what I'm going to do instead is I've been working today to distract myself, and it's been a really nice day. And yeah, got this robe on by Amanda Barden. I'll maybe do like a little thing so you can see it all. And I forgot to give Paris' anniversary present, which is here. So I'm going to end this vlog with doing that. Yeah, I feel like I'm really tired and like drained, but I thought I'd end it on a nice note. And then I'm going to shoot a nice picture on the swing here. So let's call him so you can. I haven't even opened this myself yet. He's coming, so I'll quickly tell you what it is. It's the scan picture. I think it's called Hopes and Hearts. I'll put her Instagram here. Such a nice girl, small business, and she made this for us, and it's a picture of the scan, but she embroiders it, and he's gonna put it in his office, and I haven't even seen it, but because of what happened yesterday, this is even more special. Like, if he gave it to me as a surprise, I'd cry my eyes out, but he won't because he's not like that. So yeah, I haven't even seen it myself. So this is your present.
Sorry?
Do you know what it is?
My present?
Yeah?
No. I think it's a frame.
Yep. This is your anniversary present.
I think it contains
Open it!
a photo.
Open it! You think it's a photo?
I'm being psychic.
Do you think it's a photo?
Well, yeah, it looks like a frame. And what do you put in a frame? A photo.
Okay, but what photo?
A photo of me
Yeah.
and you.
Yeah?
Vi vem vi inte lady.
Oh! Open it.
And then I'm smiling.
I haven't seen it, by the way.
Wrong side. Oh, the baby! Stitched on the paper. No, stitched on fabric.
It's embroidery. Can I see it? I haven't even seen it.
It's a boy.
Ah, isn't that so lovely? Try and get it out the reflection. Such a lovely gift. Do you know I can't even remember how many weeks he was for this? It's for your office.
Oh, look at me, the ball.
It's for your office. Do you like it? Okay, do you want to say thanks for watching?
Pretty, my baby, isn't it?
Yeah. So thanks for watching the vlog. Bye.
Thanks for watching the vlog. Come again. Bye.